mission for the Alameda Point Collaborative is to help families end homelessness by providing communities where they can thrive. And our objectives are, first and foremost, to provide safe housing for families who have been homeless, either because of domestic violence, disabilities, or other factors, and then help them overcome the issues that cause homelessness. And for the kids that we serve, out of the 500 residents we have, almost 300 of them are children and youth. Our mission is to really break that generational cycle of homelessness and provide them with academic, career, and life skills that will help do that.
The mission statement of the shop here is to empower local communities by providing outstanding recycled bicycle services that are vibrant, creative, self-sustaining, and safe.
It's when the motor vehicle, cars and trucks took over transportation and hauling freight. So once that happened, the rails went out of business. And sometimes the cities just purchase the whole corridor intact from the railroad. There's a really cool story of a group in Idaho that they have a trail, I think it's about 85 miles long, and they couldn't get their county or anyone to work with them to purchase it. So they actually formed a nonprofit group, and they got the trail donated from the railroad, and they've just applied for grants, and they go out with like a grader and some equipment every year, clear it off and maintain the trail. And so it's really it's probably the most efficiently operated trail in the whole country, because they don't have a lot of resources, but there's dedicated people there that get out and keep the Weezer River Trail open.
I'm the only woman working here, and I like it. It's a good experience, because a lot of people that's older think that young women shouldn't be working at a mechanic spot. They come in, they be like, why, what? And they don't ask me questions, but then that's my experience. I experience working on bikes, experience learning how to respect, encouragement, and, talking to other people. As you see, I'm trying to talk to other people. So that's my experience in taking a bike apart, putting it back together, learn how to use tools and all the stuff. I do salesmen, so I talk to all different types of people. I have a lot of experience now.
Was a trainee, and she's now a permanent employee here.
Awesome.
It was a whole new field, and I like it, and I'm learning a lot of things, still learning, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy working outside. I enjoy working with the customers, and, not always serious, because they come in, I try to make them feel as comfortable as possible. I joke with them, and, because, life is not always, gotta be happy.
It's larger purpose. Well, I think that this community has huge potential. We've got this kind of wide open space to do something amazing with it, and APC has started, thank you Star, has started to do something amazing, and we want to take it to the next level, especially with this whole green movement. And I think we're trying to just change the direction slightly and make it a little bit more green. So they've got this great housing going on, and then you've got the farm and the nursery, and we're kind of running with it just a little bit further. So yeah, all of these spaces can be used to create a huge sense of community, a huge sense of camaraderie, and self-reliance and sustainability, and fun being part of it.
Again, our main thing is housing. So we have 200 units of housing, and that houses 500 residents.
Wow.
Almost 300 of them are children and youth, 18 and under. Most of our families became homeless either because of domestic violence or due to disabilities. So they're people that are really in no way, shape, or form prepared to be homeless. And we provide, most of our housing is permanent housing. In order to qualify, you have to have a disability, and most of our families have dual disabilities, mental and physical. So we provide housing first, and then support services to help them overcome the issues that cause homelessness. But we're different than your typical housing provider. We're very much focused on engaging residents. And so you saw, like over the bike shop, a lot of residents are working over there. A couple are. We have about 10 or 12 residents working down at the farm now. Throughout the agency, we have, in the last year, we've employed almost 50 residents in various training and part-time and full-time positions. You know, in order to have a real community, you have to have a place for people to congregate. So we created this service center where people can come up to meet and access services and put in a kitchen. We do a community breakfast every Wednesday morning. It's a great way to just check in with the community. We built cooking classes. We have a big commercial kitchen we just built. But we wanted to make this commercially licensed so that there's no limits at all. If we want to start doing a catering business, or if a resident wants to start, mass producing their favorite barbecue sauce or something like that, we can do that. And if a resident wants to start a catering company, they can rent it out from us. So there's really no limits on what we can use it. And we've done some artistic spaces where we've got a mural that the community's put together. We built up a couple playgrounds for the kids. We have another community garden in addition to this production garden where families can come out and garden. They sell some of this produce on Fridays. There's a lot of excellent housing programs for the homeless throughout the country, but there's not a whole lot. There's something really where somebody will come in and say, gee, I'd like to live here. And this is a place where people all the time come in and say, yeah, I'd like to live here.
What kinds of stuff has he taught you how to do to fix bikes? What kinds of skills?
Fix chains like this, and fix these, tires, flats, help and make other bikes, to help them make other bikes for people.
We all learn it each and every day.
Gardening projects, and one of them's Urban Till, and the other one's the Watershed Project. And so they've kind of adopted different areas, and this one's a community garden on that side. They've got this area called Fairyland, which has a bunch of berry bushes. So great use of the space.